Hope you guys aren't too bored in quarantine. You know, if you are, you're probably watching this, so hey, maybe I'll take a few more minutes of your life to not be as boring as it is lately. So I want to talk about detransitioning today, and I do get a lot of messages of people saying, hey, I'm confused about my gender, help me. So I figured I'd put this video out here to tell all of you that you are not trans. I'm just kidding. But I'm putting this video out to hopefully help those people who are questioning their gender or are doubting transitioning. So yeah, anyways, I have this video here of a detransitioner. Why did I just choke? Detransit. I can't even say it. Yeah, so I've got a video of this detransitioner here, and this guy transitioned into a woman and then transitioned back into a man. And these are some things that he has to say about it now.
When a surgeon goes in and starts carving you up, you live with the scars and you live with the memories of what happened. As exciting as becoming a transgender female was, going back to being Walt was even more exciting.
That just sounds awful to me, the way that he worded that. It just makes me feel like transition isn't a good thing. Carving myself up. Am I a pumpkin?
And in April of 1983, I underwent gender reassignment surgery and became Laura Jensen. I had the full top and bottom surgeries. The initial reaction was really powerful.
This guy transitioned to a woman in the 80s, right? And he got all the surgeries, and about 10 years regretted it and transitioned back. I just want to throw this back on my own experience. I've been transitioned for 8 years. I haven't doubted it once, and I haven't looked back once. So I mean, that's the difference between me and this person who detransitioned.
The idea of helping people with hormones and surgery does far more harm to the individual long term and is not appropriate treatment for people suffering with mental disorders.
Really? Because in the last 8 years, I haven't felt better in my entire life. Every single year that passes is even better than the last one, just because I get to live how I want to live. Everything I've had done, it has made me so much happier in my life, and I know a lot of people who would say the same thing. I know that my gender dysphoria is never going to go away. For me, personally, I know that. That's something I accepted when I transitioned and when I decided to have my surgery and my hormones. It's something that I know I have to live with every day. To me, transitioning was my last straw at life. I thought, you know, instead of suffering for years and hating who I was and hating my body and hating being a girl, I was like, let me just try to be as male as possible. And that's what I did, and it made me a little bit happier every single day. So that's why I disagree with that statement, because it can help people to a degree.
Everybody who struggles with this has, gender dysphoria, but underneath gender dysphoria is a comorbid disorder such as schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, dissociative disorder.
What? Okay, so if that was the case, then everybody with these disorders would also be transgender, or a good deal of them. And I don't see any of that in the medical books. I don't even have to look at them, because I'm just going to assume that. I've been to doctors and therapists who have been studying this for a very long time, and they have never mentioned one of those mental illnesses to me. And maybe I'm missing something, I don't know.
It started at the age of 4 or 5 for me. I was very curious about gender. Grandma was a seamstress. Whatever happened, I ended up with a purple chiffon dress at the age of 4 or 5. I was sort of taken back by how she admired me so much as a little girl in that purple dress, and it planted a seed within me that I was much better as a girl than I was as a boy.
So this guy as a kid, his grandma put dresses on him, she liked it and got excited about it, therefore he thought it was right. He was like, oh, this makes grandma happy, she loves the dress. So maybe I should start loving to dress like that. Maybe I am a girl. Grandma loves it, and she loves me even more because I'm wearing the dress. To me, that's not somebody who has gender dysphoria, because they're wearing a dress. It just makes your grandma happy, so you keep doing it. When you see validation as a kid from somebody, naturally you want to keep doing that thing that makes you valid.
And I started looking in my own life. I began to think, well, was this really necessary? Was taking hormones and undergoing radical surgery really going to resolve the issues that got you to this place?
I feel like for everybody that's a yes and no. That's why I think everybody's different in this case, because some people don't transition at all who are really trans, because it's just so much. For some people, I do think it's worth it, because I've never felt happiness. That sounds so sad. I've never felt happiness living as a girl before. And as soon as I got my hair cut and as soon as I could start being called Sam, it just, everything changed for me. I felt genuine happiness.
So do you think transitioning is a viable option for some people?
I think it's certainly a viable option for some people. I don't ever find them because they don't contact me.
Okay, so to me that's fair, but I still feel like he is trying to speak that trans doesn't exist. Like, that's what I picked up from this whole video until this ending.
What do you see when you look at me? Do you see me as a woman?
Well, I think my views is skewed because I was one. My heart goes out to anybody who has gone through this. I see you as a female who is happy with what they're doing. Obviously, you're very successful and you present yourself well.
I don't know, it's just a little confusing because based off of like what he said to her personally, but then what he says on like the websites, that's the end to everything he had to say on that topic. I just wanted to share that with you guys because I know a lot of people who watch me question their gender or whatever. I figured why not put out a video on detransitioning just to show the difference between someone who is happy with their transition and is transgender versus someone who thought they were transgender. If you are questioning your gender, in my opinion, don't do anything until you're 100% sure. It's really scary to jump right into things. I actually didn't jump right into my transition. I took a while to come to a conclusion that this is what I had to do to become happy. I just want to leave you guys with that little experience. Everyone experiences things differently, but that was mine, and I wanted to let you know that. And that's basically all I had to say. I just want to leave you guys with that. If you are somebody who's questioning, and if you're not, sorry, that was irrelevant to you. But anyways, I just want to say thank you guys for watching my video. I appreciate it very much. And if any of you guys are detransitioners, feel free to comment your story. I would like to hear them. And I think as well as others. So I will see you guys next week with a new video.